There's a young man sitting over here to my right, and I am going to call him. His name is J.D. Douglas. J.D., would you please come here? Can we have another mic, please? Yeah. Flip Fraser conceptualized the play Black Heroes in the Hall of Fame. But without this man, it would not have happened. Put your hands together for Mr. J.D. Douglas, the scriptwriter for Black Heroes in the Hall of Fame.
Once I've taken my hat off, you know I mean business.
And you know I'm going to limit you to time. Okay, good.
I have
Let's
got
go.
3.5 minutes.
Good.
That's all I need. This exhibition today tells of our existence in this country. We are celebrating 75 years of Windrush. Windrush is a coin with two sides. The 75 years is the tails. The head of this coin goes like this. The first recorded black man in this country, was a trumpeter called John Blank. In 1507, he played at the court of Henry VII and then Henry VIII. We know he exists because in the tournament of 1511, we can see him wearing a turban. When Catherine of Aragon gave birth to her son, he played there as well. That was the recording of the first black man in this country. Elizabeth I, there's the painting of the 1517s when she's surrounded by 10 black musicians. That painting you can see in Kenilworth House. We were here before Windrush. In 1562, John Hawkins, with the assistance of Elizabeth I, started the slave trade on Britain. He went to the coast of Guinea and he captured 300 Africans. He took them to Tortola, to Hispaniola, and he sold them for 10,000 pounds. And in that he got pearls, hide, sugar, and ginger. The slave trade in this country started at the behest of Queen Elizabeth I. In 1562, Hawkins started the slave trade. It would go until 1807 when the slave trade was abolished. And then in 1834, slavery was abolished, but there was an apprenticeship for 4 more years. Queen Elizabeth I had black slaves. It was fashionable at the time. The people had black servants, and we know that for a fact because there's a book called Hogarth's Blacks, where you can see the blacks in those pictures. And here is the thing. The darker the child, the more prestigious. So black has always been beautiful in their homes. Don't forget that. In 1596, Elizabeth I issued a proclamation to the mayor of London saying there were too many blackamoors in London. They should be deported. And again, in 1601, the request was made. It didn't happen. Why? Because black people were the heart and the foundation of this country for centuries. Don't forget that. And now I would like to recite to you, if I can find it, a poem called I came before Windrush. And I first performed this poem on the 18th of September. It'll take me no more than 2 minutes, Orman. It goes like this. I, a trumpeter, soul black musician in London, the year 1507, I learned to play by ear. I was employed in the court of Henry VII and Henry VIII. I was paid 8 pence a day. I petitioned and doubled my pay. I earned 16 pence a day. History records me at the 15th, 11th Westminster tournament. Grey horse, black harness, wearing a black turban, I played for the birth of the son of Catherine of Aragon. I am John Blank. I came before Windrush. 2. My grandfather was an African slave. My father, a Kittitian slave. I was born black and free in Chatham Medway Estuary. I led the Chartist movement of 1833. The Times called me the black man and his army. I asked for no mercy. I asked no pity. You have no right to sentence me. In the court of hindsight, I am guilty of no crime. I am William Kofi. I came before Windrush. 3 more. I was born quasi, a Comoranti slave in Jamaica. I arrived in England aged 10, schooled in Yorkshire. I lived in Lichfield, Staffordshire, with Samuel Johnson. Did you hear? I, head researcher of the Dictionary of the English Language. I inherited his books, his gold watch. I came before Windrush. 2 more. I am a composer of minuet and polka dances, a man of letters who learned to read and write, a man who fought for the black man's rights, a black abolitionist, spoke against racists. I started my own tobacconist in Fair Mayfair, catered for royalty, excuse my brevity, exercised in 1774 and 1780 my right to vote, the first black man in this country to do so. I put up my hands like so. I am Ignatius Sancho. I came before Windrush. Captured age 13 on the Gold Coast, enslaved in Grenada, sounds of master's whip, rattled chains, cries of slave ships, 2 years of dreadful captivity, sufferer of misery and captivity, brought to England, man I free, the year 1772, christened St. James's Church, Piccadilly, wrote books, thoughts and sentiments on the evil of slavery, bombarded Parliament on human cargo, deaf as I hear no embargo, I am river, passage, spirit, and vision of birds. I am Cubano Otaban. I came before Windrush. They came before Windrush. You came before Windrush. We were here before Windrush. Amanda.
Thank you, JD. And JD, you know that the designer of this award decided that she wants to meet with you and give you the award personally. And she cautioned me, do not give him the certificate. I want to give him the award myself. Thank you.
I want to say this man deserves a round of applause. I want to hear it for this man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Final word. It is in the African tradition to welcome our guest. And today, all the way from the Caribbean, from the island of St. Lucia, there's a lady called Matrin Emmanuel. She's the hottest director on the planet at the moment. Her film, Chantel World, is being sold out all across London. Give a round of applause.
Now, I need to move on very quickly.